Hey, and welcome to the podcast. This is Fan of the Flames. I'm Dan. That's Nate.
Hey, what's up?
What's up? And we are in a 3-game win streak. What?
Yeah, baby!
There it is. Big win against Winnipeg and another first period start. But before that, Nate?
Yeah, I'm struggling here, but sometimes you got to play hurt.
That's right. We missed a week here due to injury, but we're back in the saddle. Nate's recovering a bit.
Yeah. And I know this is, a hockey podcast, but we are guys who enjoy every sport.
Yeah.
And there was quite the controversy this week in darts.
Controversy in darts?
In darts, yes.
Professional darts?
Yeah, in the World Dart Championship. It became the World Fart Championship. There were accusations that one player was farting and deliberately stinking up the playing area to distract his opponent. And it can't be captured better than the post-game interview. Do you want to hear it?
Let's hear it.
Just spoke to Wesley, and besides that, he said you were a class player and you let him alive in the first session. He said that it was smelly on the stage.
I thought he had shit.
Sorry?
I thought Wesley had farted on stage. Yeah. Did he?
No. Well, I think he thinks you did it.
You can put your finger up the arse, there'll be no smell there. I thought he had shit, and I went, that's dirty. It was bad.
It was bad.
It was bad. There was a stink. I thought it was him. And he started playing better. I went, must have needed to get some wind out.
And he thought it was you.
Oh no, hands up. Swear on my kid's life. So help me God. Nothing crossed.
But it was smelly anyway.
It was smelly. Usually if I fart on stage, I shit myself. Do you know that? Because I've told you in a documentary, ain't scared to... If I'd farted that smelled like that, I'd put my hands up and go, oh, sorry, I need to get up.
So who was it then?
Well, don't tell me. You've got enough 3 boys up there. So... No, it definitely came... It was table side. And it was eggs. Rotten eggs.
Not from you.
Not for me. No.
Okay, thank you.
And every time we walked past, it was a waft of rotten eggs. So that's why I was thinking it was him.
Thank you.
Man. He is denying the shit of letting fart go.
I love his excuse.
Rotten eggs?
No, the part where he says, if I did it, I'd tell you. It's documented. Like this has been a problem before. You can stick a thumb up
there and it won't smell anything. Oh man, so did the fart tactic go in? He pull off the dub?
He pulled up the dub. And my question for you is that good strategy or poor sportsmanship?
I don't know enough about the professional darts to know what's like up on the stage there, but if you can drop a bomb to your advantage. But like the humiliation factor is always there. I mean, you heard the interviewer, he was grilling, he was like, no, it was you, man. He's like, I swear on my children's life. He was just deny. What been like, he'd be like, yeah, so what was me? So what if it fucking was? I won, didn't I?
I don't know. I still think that there's a certain... when you played hockey, your coach would say, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. I think this crosses the line a bit.
I never heard a coach say that. That's some pretty shady advice. I do remember someone farting in... was playing D and with a battle against the boards that someone dropped a fart and it stunk around that area for like a solid 30 seconds minute afterwards.
I don't have the same experience, but I remember once a kid threw up on the bench.
Oh, gross.
And, the janitor from the rink came and he Lysoled and everything, but we were winning like 3-1 at the time. And just the distraction and the temporary smell of the vomit, we lost the game. It changed the momentum. It was the TSN turning point. So odors can affect performance.
Yeah, I believe that smells a big part of the human senses. All right, so enough about that. Back on the Flames.
Segueing completely naturally back to hockey now.
Not really, because there's not much of a stinker to be spoken of. Well, okay, let's finish off California. It was what was it, 3-2 loss to San Jose. It was a fairly strong game against San Jose. Smith led in a weak goal. Then it was home against Montreal. Again, it was a pretty standard game. It was a solid performance by the Flames, but a third period dagger in the heart. Smith lets in another softie to cost them the game.
Yeah, you could call that a stinker on stage.
Yeah, and then he spoke about it afterwards. Says, I don't know. I have no idea what happened there. What happened there is you fucked up. And it hurts, man. It hurts everyone who saw it. It hurts him the most to have it happen, but it's what happened.
Yeah, but it was kind of a blessing in disguise.
Well, it definitely put Riddick into the front-running seat for the 3 following games, which were all W's.
All good performances by him as well.
Yeah.
Big save, Dave.
Yeah. Big save, Dave, new nickname. Yeah, man, Riddick looked solid. He was, then it was Edmonton at the Saddle Dome. Game starts off with Giordano losing a battle, and then Chason coming down to score a shorthanded goal.
Yeah, that hurt.
Alex Chason does a nice play on his former club.
You know, maybe it's just bias, but I always thought he sucked for us.
Yeah, I did too.
And he wins the Stanley Cup last year.
Gets the Stanley Cup and is putting up a decent performance in Edmonton.
Yeah.
Well, it's good for him to see his fun success, because I really did think he wasn't going to be playing in the NHL.
No, I thought he was going where Lazar is.
And then Flames answer back with Ryan getting a power play goal. Flames power play is really ignited along with their dominant offensive performance. There's been quite a handful of power play goals to go with that, so we'll get into a lot more against Vegas. But moving on, second goal, Lindholm gets a deflection off a Hanifin shot. Pretty strong. And then Monahan scoring, giving the go-ahead, and then emptying it to boot. And it was a physical game.
Yeah, that game was definitely the most intense of the season.
Yeah, everyone's talking about it.
Yeah.
Making it so echoes around the league.
And really one of the highlights you didn't mention was Tkachuk, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it was a smart move by him.
Yeah, man. Drawing in, what's his name?
Cassian.
Zach Cass. Drawing him in like he's going to go, but then doesn't.
Well, really, because there was that hit by Draisaitl on Tkachuk.
Yeah.
Then Tkachuk later in that period kind of went at Draisaitl, tried to get him to fight or at least get some retribution, kind of gloved him in the face.
Yeah.
And then I think Cassian was trying to...
He wasn't having any of that. He just wanted to go Tkachuk, get Tkachuk off his game.
Yeah, but I think it also had to do with Tkachuk trying to fight Draisaitl.
Yeah.
But, you know, come on, Tkachuk is our leading scorer, and Cassian is a non-scorer.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to fight him.
Yeah, he knew right away that it's not a good trade-off, so he didn't do it. It was good. I love hatred, I love animosity. It was the first game against Edmonton. Flames started the season last year against Edmonton and started off with a huge loss. So first game against Edmonton, starting off with a huge win, feels pretty good.
Yeah, it felt really good.
Following Edmonton was Vegas, and that's when the offense just opened up. Was it 5 goals in the first period?
Yeah, that's correct. 5.
I stopped keeping the list. Gaudreau, I think he got one. Tkachuk, Monahan, I believe Lindholm. Brody scored. Gets third of this season. That was pretty sweet.
And you know what? When I saw Malcolm Subban in net, I had a good feeling.
Yeah, it felt like everything was going in. I felt sorry for Subban easily after fourth goal. And there's talks about whether he's pulling him, but it was Flair's night off. And Sure enough, Fleury gets his night off.
Yeah.
No matter what's happening on the ice.
I think Eric Francis saw him eating chips. Yeah. So it was his night off. But it makes sense. You don't put your starter in a game you can't win.
It's true. It was the right call.
And especially like the 6th and 7th goals were just really good luck for the Flames, really bad luck for Subban.
Yeah, that's the way it felt. The Flames were generating their luck with their hard performance, tons of shots. I mean, going over the list of goals, it's with names you're not seeing stands out. Neil didn't pocket one. A lot of the third line, Jankowski, Dubé, Hathaway, they were quiet.
Yeah.
But we move on.
Before we do, I was just thinking, Malcolm Subban is kind of like Tito Jackson.
Tito?
Yeah. Like Michael Jackson is PK, the famous one.
Yeah.
Then you have the brother who's in the same occupation, but not nearly as good.
He's younger.
Yeah, true.
Still got some developments. It's hard to say what kind of goalie Subban will be. He's not having a great start this year.
No.
And there's injuries last year. I can't remember how well. Vegas did well. Subban played, 10 games of it?
I'm not sure, but I don't think he's had a great start to his career.
Yeah, Piqué was star Montreal, star Nashville.
Yeah. But yeah, let's go on to the most recent game then.
All right. That was the Winnipegger. They knew it was a tough game going in. Riddick gets his 3rd start in a row. No surprise.
No, you win, you're in.
Yeah, that's what Peters was.
It's especially if you've played well in those wins. There's no reason to switch.
All right, but there was one difference in the lineup, and that was Michael Frolik, or Austin Czarnik took Frolik's place in the Edmonton game. Do you have much feelings on that?
I don't know if Frolik's done anything to get pulled out of the lineup, but I guess you need to get everyone in, and my guess is that they look at Frolik, it's the last year of his contract. They're kind of thinking he's on his way out. So keep the young guys who are going to be here a while in. Yeah.
Give him more relevance out there. I like Frolik. I like the way he plays. I didn't think Austin Czarnik would be a better choice in that sense. So maybe you're right, and it's just about more of a contractual decision.
Yeah, I think that, and also you need to get everyone in. So
yeah. Was it Matt Stone?
Michael Stone.
Michael
Stone.
The M Stone, he was playing good, but he's not finding any time. The rookies are still going at.
Yeah, that's another thing. They play Valimaki and Anderson.
Yeah, who are playing strong together.
Yeah.
Brody Gio. I mean, really, you look at the defense and how they've been performing, their numbers are putting up, and, average offensive, but just shutting teams down. Led in 2 from Edmonton, 2 from Vegas as well, then 3 against Winnipeg, which is pretty darn good. Good defense goalie combo going. A lot of decent chances, just not too many rebounds to follow suit after. A large part of it is Hamonic is playing some pretty damn good hockey. People are saying best of his careers thus far.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Is the turning point to the season was actually when he came back from injury, because we were struggling. We had some games where we were getting outshot quite bad, and as soon as he came back from injury, it put everyone in the right place, and we've been great. And
the high point. I'd say the kickoff, the high point, was his dominant performance against Los Angeles, scoring the only goal and then stopping a handful of great chances by LA afterwards.
Yeah, he was the player of the game for sure that night.
All right, so all this leads to